we've just reached the second site, so we're road's just up there. You might have seen a boiler just past. Just walking our way through. I always like this, like little lanes, country homes. You see the traditional mud and wattle tin roof though, because that's actually cheaper now than thatching, which was the traditional way of doing it. In people's gardens. And then we'll have a look at this fish farm, Gandhi. This fish farm that's being developed. See how far they've come. So we got this is the second fish farm that we're trying to visit. These are the labourers. I'm just going to say hi to them. So you can see the site, how far they've reached, to use a Ugandan way. So yes, how far they've come along. There must have been a lot of trees in here. There's a lot of roots at this part, and then these massive stumps. This gentleman is chopping it down. So you can see his axe. He's chopping this stump down, and then it's going to come along here. So let me just zoom out, back out. Come along here, cut it, and it's going to be, so it's 30 by 15. So that should give you about meters. That should give you 450 meters squared. You multiply that by 4 for the number of fish that tilapia we recommend stocking, at about 10% for mortality. And that's 1,800 plus 10%, 180, call it 2,000. So 2,000 fish in here. So Pauson, of course, is the one supervising it. You can see sorry, it's very windy. I hope this isn't too, I'll speak a bit closer to the microphone, but this is a bit wet. I'm not wearing the right sort of shoes. This is, what was I saying? Yeah, so this is supervised by Pauson. And these gentlemen, we've paid a set amount to complete the job, and you normally just say, look, we'll pay you this much to do the project, and then they just work pretty hard to get it done. They get their food, they camp out normally. I can't see a tent, normally a blue tarpaulin which is put up, and they sleep under that. So maybe they're staying somewhere, maybe they're local and they live here. And I recognise one of these gentlemen. I've seen him on a number of ponds before. It's sort of, there's a bit of specialisation that you need with this. Pauson's very good at directing, so you can see the sacks here, but you want the angles correct. So it really helps if you've got people that have done this before. So the gentleman right at the end, he's done this before, so he'll probably be leading the group. And then the rest will be sort of day labourers, and they get paid a set rate. Quite young lads, 2 of them here. Often, people don't have the income to pay for school fees for, they've finished primary maybe, and then maybe drop out in beginning of secondary school, high school, and then this is the type of thing that they can do to sort of earn a daily wage. You don't get paid very much, unfortunately, but it's, it is an income for people, so I think you know this, but some of our porters started off like this, and then we've been able to give them a permanent position and all the benefits that come with that, and it's been amazing to see their lives turn around. One of the big satisfaction points, I think, for us as a business is being able to sort of give people opportunity and hope, and that they work hard, they lift themselves up, and that's just because you give somebody an opportunity. So it's really satisfying, and sort of fits in with what we're trying to do as a business. It's, yes, we sell fish for the nutritional value, but we're also trying to give people income and opportunities. So, enough about that. This is the fish pond, like I said. They're hoping to expand this way. And you can see here this flatter bit, and this is prone to flooding because it's basically an old wetland. But you can still see wetland actually, which is nice. You don't often see that, and it's a bit preserved. There's a bit of eucalyptus in the distance. But often this part here, where the wetland is, you would see eucalyptus planted in it, and then it dries up. But thankfully it's not been encroached on. And this is sort of, this land you can see here, they're just using it for matoke. So this side is a bit higher up than down there, so it's agricultural land. And so you can use it for, there's a eucalyptus tree here. It's quite a nice picture, isn't it, of the sun shining through. Anyway, so you can use this for agricultural land, and pond production is one of the activities that's permitted within this type of marginal land. It's permitted within some parts of wetlands, degraded wetlands by local government. So it's good activity. The exciting thing is those 2,000 fingerlings, we are yesterday, so there'll be not this video, the one before that, I mentioned sort of the hatchery management that we were doing with Pauson and Samuel. Part of that was sorting out the fingerlings for this farm, and I think we've managed to plan that in so that we can provide this lady who owns this site with 2,000 fingerlings that she'll need in due course. And you can see, you can see the other types of activities going on here. People carrying just sort of general digging. So you might, part of the, those people will who don't have many options will, that's the sort of thing they'll contract themselves out to do a day's digging or something like that. This is obviously easier work than this. This is very intensive and hard. Just cooking their dinner here, the beans on the boil. Very important because you get very hungry doing this sort of work. I mean, I've done bits of it before, not for long periods of time, and it's really hard. And if these gentlemen will get up really early to try and beat the heat. But it's now midday and they're still working, and they might stop around 2. But it depends, if they get paid a contract rate, so for them, they manage themselves, like how much work they're going to do in a day. You don't want to get involved in that if you're supervising the pond, because it leads to trouble. So they might sometimes stop at 2, but if they're rushing, they might do it faster, and then it's really hot. So it really depends on them. Right, that's enough for me. Just come back to the. Hi. Just come back to the farm. With the lady in the hat is the mum of the daughter that's commissioning of it, and it's the brother that puts that connected with Pauson about this. So it's like a family affair, really. This gentleman here has got some severe mental health challenges, and that's one of the sad things. I think when you come out to these places, healthcare is just not always available to people, and it's not treated. So yeah, anyway, it's just sad to see. But point is more that this lady she's very happy, I think, with the project, and she's impressed. She started off by saying it was quite a small pond, and then now that they've spent more time in it, she's like, oh, it's nice and big. So yeah, we're encouraged. It's always good to see good new entrants. I always get slightly nervous because you think, are they going to like this? Is it going to meet their expectations? But we try to be as clear as possible about the payback period and things like that. The labour cost for digging this pond, if you're interested, is 3 million. They've taken like 3 weeks to get to this stage. So compared to what a lot of people earn, if you're just a casual labourer, they're doing very well. This gentleman's just explaining what they're doing. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I would get down in the pond and show you some close-up good views of that, but like I said, I'm wearing the wrong shoes today. It's great to see another person taking the plunge into aquaculture, and just all the possibilities that brings, not only in job creation here, and income generation for those people, but also income generation for this farm. Eventually, income generation for us as a hub, and we can support others, staff and things like that. And then, of course, the fish that gets sold to people that really need that nutritional value that you get from fish. We're just walking back from the ponds, but this gentleman, this is why he's cutting all these. He's actually going to make a local brew. So you get all these bananas, put them in there, stamp on them.
Then after getting it ripened, then he puts on in a boat, or can be tarpaulin. Then he squeezes.
Yeah, you squeeze it and basically you ferment it, and you make a sort of banana beer. What's it called in local?
Tonto. Yes.
He's making tonto. It's very potent. I've had some before. This chap's laughing. You like tonto? You enjoy it? All right. Thanks.